So, all of you have been asking ever since a while ago. I did this little video doing an update on some things I bought, and I mentioned the tunnels. And that's where I saw something and I got a picture of it. And a lot of you ever since then, I think I posted it about 2 months ago maybe, but I've been getting so much mail about it that I figured I'd post it. And this, I posted previously a creepy video that was called, let me see, let me bring it up here. Called, you guys probably know it, A Rainy Day, a creepypasta by it. That was just a little made-up story I did. But this is not made up. This is real, and I have pictures, and this isn't a creepypasta. I will do more creepypastas, because you guys seem to like it. But this is a story that comes straight from personal experience. Nothing here is made up. Nothing is shopped. Nothing is... this is just our story. So I'm I'm on my computer right now, probably not looking at anything. I don't know what I'll do for the visuals in this. I'll probably just put some pictures up from the day. But this happened about 2 months ago, and if any of you know Rochester, it is a large city in New York, and I lived about an hour away from it. Now Rochester is not the greatest city to grow up in. It's not the greatest city to let your friends kind of play around in, or your kids for that matter. It's a high rape and murder and it's a terrible place. But not during certain areas and not in certain parts of it. It's all right. In certain days, it's all right to go to. I mean, in the ghetto, obviously, like any city, you're gonna have some problems. But this place has, two sides of the city. There's like the north end and there's the east end and blah 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 blah. But let's see. I think it was in May. It was either May or June. No, I think it was May. Yeah, it was definitely May. And see, me and I love to explore. If any of you know me outside of the Gundam community, pretty much 90% of the time, I'm either just freaking building models, Gundam, doing something toy related. I'm on the internet, or I'm getting into some dangerous situation, exploring some cave or some big caressing area, and it's just, I love to go exploring in tons of different areas and stuff. And in Rochester, there's tons of places to explore, including, which me and my friend Liam had me and Liam basically are the two guys that go exploring all over the place. But we decided one day in Rochester, because Liam lives near Rochester. He lives like 10 minutes away from it. So I was at Liam's house one day. Usually Liam comes down to my house because I live in more of the country area and Liam likes the country. But I decided, one day I'm going to go up to the city and I'm just going to hang out with him. And so we were at his house and he's like, dude, let's go to the city. So I was like, all right. So we went down to the city and we were exploring around, and there was this fenced off, not really fenced off, the fence was open area, and it said subway tunnels. And we looked, and it was an old abandoned subway tunnel system that led underground really, really far. Now, most of you would think, okay, it's a subway tunnel. This was an abandoned subway tunnel, though. It was just, there was no rails, there was no train tracks or anything. But the way it led it was like you're on the top of the city, and then there's like a hole or something to go underneath the city. And it was literally like a tunnel that went underneath the city, and it was just this open area, and we didn't know if we could go, but we kind of ducked in there and started looking around, and we walked through this dark section, because you go in, and you're basically immediately put into this dark area, and I'm trying to look to see if I can find any pictures of it, and this section, we went into the dark area, and then you get to this light area, and you looked out in the light area, and it actually goes over a dam. It's over the what the fuck is it? wherever it is. It's just this it's like a dam you outlook, and so you can peer out of it. But essentially, the tunnel you go into the you go into the underground part, then you go out and it turns and you go over the it's like a bridge that goes. It's a bridge under a bridge that goes over the dam, and that's the lit area. And then at the end, there's this dark tunnel area, which I'm trying to see if I have any video of it. But it's a dark tunnel, and me and Liam kind of shied away from it because we didn't want to go down there because we didn't know what was into the tunnel. It was basically where the subway train started going deeper under Rochester. And then about a week later, I went there with my friend Skylar, who's about a year or two younger than me, and we decided to poke around the hole a little bit. So we went a little deep, but we stopped because it was just so creepy. We couldn't take it. I mean, it was just the two of us. We didn't have any we had one flashlight, and it was just really, really creepy. So we decided, screw this. We'll come back another day when we're prepared. And then a month later, me, Skylar, and another friend by the name of Jonah decided to explore it. So we had our longboards with us, and we had we had three flashlights and a knife, and we decided to go into these tunnels. So we started walking into the tunnel, and again, this is the dark section, and the first thing we noticed, it started going down almost immediately. And the ceiling that we were in this tunnel, I mean, it went from about, it must be like 100 feet from where we were standing to the ceiling, looking at the pictures. And it was deep. I mean, we took some pictures of us just kind of goofing around and junk, but it got pretty deep in there. Even as we started walking, it got a lot deeper than we thought it would be. And it was creepy. And then we started turning around the bend. And I mean, we had walked in a good amount of yards, and we were in there pretty deep, and we could still see the light behind us, though. That was the reassuring thing, that there was a hole at the end of, behind us. But as we got deeper, it curved around and started looping under the city, and on the first turn, the light disappeared behind us, and we were alone in the dark. And we had gotten the tunnel, again, increasingly got underneath the city, and there were three sections. There was a middle section for the middle train, and then a left and a right section for two other trains. So the tunnel would occasionally open up into a huge hallway that was, again, the width of 3 subway trains, and that was really intense that it opened up that much. But it was a huge cavern underneath the city, and again, it went increasingly down. But anyway, we slowly walked underneath the city, and we had gotten so far that we couldn't hear the cars anymore above us, which was kind of odd because it was like a main traffic way above us. But so as we crawled under there, we would kind of accidentally hit one another with our longboards that were on our backs, and we'd get freaked out. And I apologize for the lack of pictures because, again, it was too dark under there to really take pictures of anything, and we were so petrified of using the flash in case something popped up that we just didn't use it. But there is one thing I got a picture of, but I'll get to that in a minute. Now, this is the, I've been rambling for 9 minutes, and this is the part that you guys have wanted to hear about. This is the part where we started to see things. So, as we walked, again, it was dark. It was just so dark that we were just alone, and there was rubble lying everywhere, because these were abandoned. These are abandoned subway tunnels that no one uses anymore. And it was just so odd seeing nothing, just walking under there. But as we went increasingly under the city, it got cleaner and cleaner under the tunnels until we just got led into this cavern that was like a huge open area. And we kept walking, and it was dusty underneath there. It was really dusty. And again, I mean, imagine you're in a tunnel that's probably about 200 feet from where you're walking to the ceiling, and it's probably about 600, not 600, maybe 400 feet wide, and you're underground in a city that is known for like terrible things. But anyway, we were walking, and we eventually got to this part where we thought that we saw light, but it turned out it was just a hole in the ceiling that led down from the street and was shining a little bit of light, kind of teasing us in a way. But we kept walking, and we got to this part where we saw dust, this white powder, and we had seen a little bit of this white powder just lying around in different areas, but it was odd because it started to look like it was in symbols. It was like circles and like weird alchemic shapes. We got a little bit of the video of the circles. That's really all that we could get because my camera was dying. And all we had when we were under there was a little crank flashlight because the other two had mysteriously died when we entered. But anyway, as we walked around, and we just got the feeling we were being watched or something was there, and we walked probably a good mile underneath until we got to that part where we saw the light, because we decided to take a break where the light was, and we looked down the tunnel and we saw something standing there. It was the shape of a human being, but it was white. It was all white, and it wasn't moving, and it just stood there, and we could tell it was looking at us. It wasn't something, it was just there, and we were petrified of it. And we turned around and left at that moment. And as we were leaving, that's when things got weird. I looked up, and I mean, it was pitch black, so something, you know, white or something light colored would stick out really well. And I looked up on this wall, and there was a white thing there, and it was in the shape of a human. And I remember the moment I saw it, and I hit the other two, and they looked at it, and they were petrified of it because we had no idea what the hell it was. But it was in the shape of a human, and it was white, and it was just so scary looking. And you probably think I'm making this up. Well, I'm not, because I took a picture of it, and we figured it was just some sort of like, you know, like a cloth or a painter suit, which it really looks like just a painter suit or something along the sorts of that strung up there. But the weird thing is, it's on a wall that goes 50 feet straight up, or 100 feet probably, straight up in the air on a flat wall with nothing around it to climb up, and it's hung up there. So we got out of the tunnel, needless to say, after I snapped a quick picture and my camera dying, and we were terrified, to say the least. And we hopped out of the exit that we had found that was in one of the side holes that led out over the dam. Part of it led out to the city, so we hopped out of one of the holes and got out of there, and we have not been back since. I've posted this on Funny Junk, and I posted this on X on 4chan, and people have just told me to go back into the tunnels and go back and, you know, get a picture of that thing. But again, it looks like just a paint suit, but the thing was terrifying. And whatever was down in that tunnel deeper, the thing that was all white just staring at us, we still have no idea what it was, or the symbols, or anything like that. But we definitely want to go back. I mean, again, this is all true. I'm not making any of this up. I'm playing some odd music in the background, if I can get it, just to kind of illuminate the whole situation. But this is real. These are all taken from my life. And this isn't the only weird thing. And this is probably one of the most minor weird things, actually. So if you guys would like to hear any more of my creepy stories, leave a comment below, because I've definitely got a handful of them. So that's about it, and I'll see all of you guys next time.